Batman Arkham Shadow has just released version 1.4, which will serve as their final big update to the game as they move to their next project. But with version 1.4 comes a new villain, a new challenging game mode, and even a hint to a possible sequel. Right, this is a spoiler warning for version 1.4 if you have yet to play it. Let's start with the most important drop from this update. If you remember during the main story of Arkham Shadow, while you're working for Falcone as you attempt to make your way back into isolation, he tells you about a safe with the code Louisa to unlock it. In the safe, he describes that he has enough dirt on judges to get him out of Blackgate. But as of the game first releasing, it was impossible to find the safe due to camouflage not having enough time to add it. Well, during this update, if you enter max security through the back exit from the Batcave, entering it and taking a right, you will see a hidden wedge in the doorway. If you get in there, you'll see a level 2 lock, and using the code Louisa will unlock it. But when you open the safe, it will not be what you expected. You will find a Riddler data pack and all the evidence missing. Listening to the message in the data pack will sound like this.
Riddle me this. What's all washed up and hung out to dry? Why, it's you, Carmine. Thank you for this ledger, which will make a perfect addition to my collection. Sure, there's some valuable dirt in here on corrupt judges, but this is Gotham. Even the good ones are as crooked as a question mark. No, there's something else in this ledger, isn't there? Something about you, Carmine? Wait, scratch that. Something about Louisa. Scared I'll let the cat out of the bag? Bet you're sweating more than usual right now. They say the best secrets hide in plain sight. How brazen of you! Good luck in Blackgate, Carmine. Don't think of it as a prison. Think of it as a forced retirement community. Oh, and if it's Batman who found this, sorry. You'll always be one step behind me.
As of right now, I am unsure if I am analysing this too much, but it appears that Riddler may be going after Catwoman, and it could explain why Catwoman is going to Rome.
Hey, it's Selena. Gotham's a mess, as usual. If it's not bats, it's rats. Which is why I'm jetting to Rome for a few days. Rome's a mess too, but, you know, in a more charming way. Plus, I may have some family there. Or at least I have some questions for Louisa Falcone, even if I won't like the answers. Besides, the St. Gertrude Emerald is on display at the Vatican, and I always wanted to see it for myself. Hey, fly out and meet me, and maybe we can cash that rain check? Ta-ta for now, Bruce.
Could this be a hint to a possible sequel? No. Second of all, they have added new challenge maps reminiscent of old Arkham games. They have added Stalking Tiger, which is obviously inspired by the fan favourite map Silent Night. If you look at both images side by side, you can clearly see the resemblance in the two. I should say before continuing that the reason Camouflage didn't just add the maps in VR is because they were made by a different studio, Rocksteady, so they didn't have the assets, and also because they didn't want to mess with the lore made in the Arkham timeline. So having places like Arkham Asylum would not work due to Arkham Asylum currently being remade in Arkham Shadow's current place and time. So instead they decided to make it look like Blackgate had these places in the map. That just wasn't in the main story. The next map was inspired by Quiet Waters from Arkham Origins. This map name is Quiet Reflections, and the main noticeable difference between the two is that while Arkham Shadow manages to keep the same layout, they also decided to have this challenge map take place outside instead. The final Predator challenge added that was inspired was Architect of Fear, based on natural selection from Arkham City, which once again has the same layout and similar designs, but also has the camouflage touch to it. One thing I like about this is Camouflage is choosing the fan favourite map from each Arkham game, making them all feel included. But there is one more which I haven't talked about yet, Crane's Nightmare. This is based on the challenge map Scarecrow's Nightmare from Arkham Asylum. This is a combat challenge unlike the others, and this one takes place in Crane's Fear Toxin map, and in here you fight the sludge Batman creatures as a nightmare Batman sends more out with each defeated sludge. One thing which is cool to see is that some of these enemies will spray the sludge on your face and you'll only be able to see fog and not your enemies. This helps to keep the stakes high, as in this game mode you are unable to get hit, and if you do, you instantly die. The final feature added was an extreme difficulty known as I Am the Knight, which was first debuted in Arkham Origins. This is a new difficulty to use after hard mode, and in this difficulty there are more enemies and they are equipped with more weapons and armour. What keeps this mode so thrilling is the fact that if you die once, your save is wiped and you have to begin the story from the very beginning. And boss fights in this game, such as Bolton, have more health and attack much faster than before. But if you manage to complete I Am the Knight without dying and make it to the very end, you get a special reward. After taking down Two-Face and beating the credits, you will unlock the Prestige suit, which is an alternate style of the Batsuit with a gold plating emblem and a golden gadget holder. Not only that, but your gadgets will also be golden, such as batarangs and your explosive gel. This suit can then be used in other saves by the toggle of a button in the settings.